Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, so I just wanted to make a quick tutorial here. We're going to be going over gunnery. We're going to be building this. So this, push a button, mouse controls it, and then it fires. I want to zoom in a little bit. Alright, it fires where the crosshair is. Crosshair is in the middle. We're going to be trying a couple of things, but basically what we're going to do is we're just going to be building this. So, I'll start with a new vehicle, clean that up. Super simple, super quick, honestly. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder, but it's not. Okay, so we need a turret ring. Alright, and then we'll do this. We need to make it a little bit wider. Okay, and then we need to take, we're going to use the velocity pivots. You don't want to use the power pivots. Why is that? Well, with the velocity pivots, they turn when they have a value of +1 or -1, and they'll turn one way or the other. Whereas if you use the robotic pivot, it'll turn to the number and then stop, which we don't want to do. Alright, and then you want positive to go back, negative to go down. I think is how I have that set up. Anyways, okay, now we need a seat. Right, this is our gunnery seat, okay? We need a battery. Let's see. Alright, and then now what we need to do is we need to put in our, let's see, our monitor. Now the monitor has to be lined up. It has to be lined up to your vision, to the center, where the player sees, because we're going to be using the XY from the seat. Alright, so now we need a blank microcontroller. We'll use this one here. Alright. And then we just need two things. We need video in and video out. This can be output. And then we need X in and then Y in. That's it. This can be X. And this can be Y. Alright, and that's it. And then we need a Lua block, and we need a composite. Let's get a composite right number, and that'll have two channels on it. There and there. And we can just run that in there. And just like that, we're going to run the... So this is the camera coming in. It's going to run through. We're going to print it. And then we're going to output it, and then we're going to, this is our X and our Y. So we just need to update that. So, let's get it all connected first. So we have our Y, and we have our X. All right, and then our Y is going to be our up and down, and our X is going to be our left and our right. And then our W and S. Okay, then what we need is, let's build this. Let's put the camera on here. So we'll merge those two together, and we'll put a camera. Actually, I think I went this way with it. All right, put a camera like that on it, and then W and S can be our zoom. And then what we want to do is we want to set that to sticky. All right, now we can just check on that. Let's see if it moves around. So we don't have a way to turn on the monitor. So for the purpose of this tutorial, it's just going to be when you sit in the seat, it's going to turn on, and then it'll activate that. Otherwise, as soon as you sit in the seat, this is going to start to move. All right, and then I need to plug in the video. Whoops. Okay, video in, video out. All right, let's do some programming now. Okay, so we have our two inputs, right? So we'll do this. We'll say X and Y, and then equals input dot get number. That's 1. And that'll be number 2. And then here we just want to draw a circle. So here, if we put this in parentheses, and we say plus X, and let's see here, it should be just that easy actually, plus Y. Plus Y. All right, let's see what happens. Electricity, yeah, there we go. Okay, so the left and right needs to be inverted, but the up and down is good. So we'll invert the left and the right, and we're going to change that from a circle, from a solid circle to a circle. So X and Y needs to be inverted. There we go. And then in the microcontroller, we just want to draw a circle. And our radius is going to be 3. There we go. Forgot to invert it there. Interesting. There we go. So now we're moving. But as you notice, the circle isn't moving with the mouse. So how do we do that? How do we get the circle to move with the mouse? Well, we need to I need to look at the other one that I just built. Let's see here. Well, yeah, we need this. We need to get the angle. So we need to multiply. So this is where I got the radar all messed up as well. So I'm going to go back through the radar too. So we need to get our angle. So what I do is I just take the X and the Y, and then I multiply it by 10. And then I use tan, so we need this here. We need this code here. Okay, so now why am I multiplying it by 10? Let me show you. Let me just insert the code, and I will show you why. Was that? I think that was there. Right, so let's get a couple of dials. What we're going to do is we're going to measure the X value and we're going to measure the Y value. All right, so this is our X value and this is our Y value. Just for the purpose of this, and we're going to sit it and you're going to see what it is. See how small that number is? And that number there. So it's like a fraction of 1. So what I'm doing is I'm just multiplying it by 10. And that way we're changing it. We're bringing it to 1 between 1 and 0. Anyways, yeah. So that's all I'm doing. because it gives you up to 6 decimal places, and we need it to be a whole number, either a positive number or a negative number. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm multiplying it by 10. That gives us whole numbers, positive or negative. Then what we do is, to get the angle of rotation, we need to multiply this number by the radius and by tan, and that gives us our x and our y. So then when we draw our circle, we are drawing our circle to x2 and y2. I think that's right. Let's see. From the center of the circle, everywhere we look, the thing should do the thing. Yeah, there we go. You see that? But you see how it's inverted? So now it's inverted going into the microcontroller. So now what we need to do is we need to invert it going into the microcontroller. It's better to invert it from here. Well, you know what? It already is inverted, so this needs to go directly in there. Alright, so I can delete that, and then I just need to invert this one. Interesting. So it kind of, you see, start to get the spaghetti. But there we go. And now, wherever the mouse is where, so that way you sort of know our direction of travel. Okay, so that's good. So now we know the direction of travel. So what do we need to do next? Well, now what we need to do is we just need to add a fixed crosshair to the center. So what we need to do is we need to set color, and then like that. And then what we want to do is we want to draw a line right here. We're going to draw 2 lines in the center of the screen. I'm going to go over. So this one here is going to be our horizontal line. So we're going to go over 48, and we're going to go down, let's see, we have 96 pixels. So if I come in 20, and then this one here is going to go 48, and we could say 76 right there. And then this one here is going to be in 20. And this should be, oh no, this should be 48. And this should be 20. Hold on, let's see. That's a cross, and that's in, and then that would be a cross, and then that would be in. Alright, so we want to go down, we want to go across 20, and we want to go down 40, and then we want to go across to 76, and we want to go down 48. Alright, just like that. Alright, update. Now there should be a crosshair, a green crosshair on the center that doesn't, there we go. Okay. So now we have a green crosshair. It still moves a little bit slow. So what we can do is just change the gearing. That, okay, then what I want to do is I want to add Autocannon. First thing I want to do is I want to add the ammo. Let's see. We can do that, and then we can add this. Okay, and then all we need to do is take the camera, cut the camera, move it up, paste it, merge it, spawn this in. There we go. Let's load the guns and let's shoot the guns, and that is going to be the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it informative, and I hope you're able to follow along. One is going to be fire the guns. Make sure they have electricity. We'll go over the code one more time. It's really simple. All right, there we have it. Press 1. Oh, let's zoom in a little bit, see what we're firing here. Yes, there we go. Yes, 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 yes. And then you can slow it down. Obviously, it's a bit fast to be zoomed in, but you can slow it down. And, you know, now we're shooting on the hill there. So it's cool. It's really cool. Really easy. Really easy. There we go. And then you can just change the colors of the crosshair. You can change the color of the mouse. But that way you know where your direction of travel is. That's why I like having the circle follow sort of where you are. So you can't really get lost when you're searching for a target to shoot. You can't really get lost. Yeah, okay. So we'll quickly go over the code. Easy peasy. What are we doing? We're taking our X and our Y, we're turning it into channel 1 and channel 2, we're putting it into Lua, we're taking our X and our Y, we're multiplying it by 10 because it gives us a decimal point. It's between 0.0 and I don't know what it is, 0.5 maybe. It might not even be that much, it might be smaller than that, but it's 6 decimal places between those. So anyway, so what we're doing is we're multiplying it by 10 to give us whole numbers. And then we're multiplying those whole numbers by tangent, which is our trigonometry, which gives us our rotation, right? It gives us our rotation. And then that's when we're able to say, okay, now we're going to draw a circle from the center of the screen to our rotation X and our rotation Y. And this is the diameter of the circle. Easy peasy peasy. And then we draw our crosshair. This is our crosshair here. We can change the color if we want to. And then that's going to change it to white. And then this line here, we came in 20 pixels and down 48 pixels. And then it went over 76 and down 48. That's this way. And then this line here is this line here. Yeah, easy peasy, few lines of code, perfect, play around with it. Get some different Lua colors if you want. Check it out. I'm going to be putting this on the bomber because I think how cool is that going to be, right? You're in it, you know? So what I did is I put a relay in here, just a switch. Two switches, and I put a button here. It's like you can even go from the seed actually. 2 will be there, our on, and then our off value can be 0. Okay, and then what we do is that's going to go here. And then that can go here. Perfect. It doesn't matter about feeding into here, but it does matter about feeding into the gun. And now you can sit in the seat. It'll turn on. We can check the camera out. It's moving a little bit, I think, because it's not locked into place. Yeah, it's not locked in. It's heavy on the back, right? But anyways, you press 2, and now we have control of the gun. That's cool. So you can kind of use it to swat. If you're sensitive enough with it. There you go. Anyways, thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. That'll do it for this quick tutorial, and I hope to see you all in the next one.